What up, what up? My name is Al. I am new to Buildbox. I've opened it like maybe six times. I've learned quickly that you definitely want to save everything or save when you can because if something crashes, it will take you back like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. I haven't really you know, done too much. I'm still learning. I'm trying to, I'm reading the manual. So I thought it'd be good for me to go through tutorials, uh, and that will help my learning process. And if you're new too, like me, like no clue what's going on, exactly what is where, maybe this is helpful. But if anything, hopefully it helps me. And I'm gonna move this picture of myself because I want the screen maybe over here. Cool. All right, so here we go. This is what we're doing today. This is the new tutorial that just came out. I've looked at a few of the other ones, and Heath Close is seems to go pretty slow. So hopefully this 10-minute tutorial will not take more than 20 minutes. Okay, I made all the assets in Illustrator. I downloaded the stuff in part 2, but I don't know, I couldn't really get it to work. So I just created it outside of outside of what they recommended. But I mean, it's just basic assets. So you should be able to hear the background and follow along. Let's do this. Let's get into this Buildbox stuff. Okay, here's what I made. Player, enemy, guide. I tried to do something fancy before, and that was all confusing. And this is the guide that they mentioned. I do recommend you creating some kind of reference guide. When I was building this before, I didn't do that, and it took me, well, not too long, but there were some headaches. So just make sure you follow all the steps in step 2, even though I didn't do all of it. Okay, let's keep going. Hit the play.
Plays at an angle different than what we want. So we need to go up into the menu editor and click on our world to select it and change the game direction to 30.
Boom.
Now, double clicking on the game world, let's tidy up our preset by taking out what we don't need so we can make this game.
Whoa. Okay, I'm looking at the video, and in the video, it looks like they have force movement at 75. I'm gonna just change this here now. I don't know if this is needed. I just want to be consistent with what Heath has, because whenever you follow along, sometimes you just fall behind or something. Maybe I can keep my face here. I don't know. Do this, a little bit of shifting on my behalf. Shit. Alright. Well, whatever. The second this is in my way, I'm going to get rid of it. So let's just keep going.
You'll only see the platform showing. Then select the rectangle and square tool. Draw a rectangle over the section of platform we want to keep. Then go to Edit.
Wait a minute.
And select All. Then go to Object.
Okay, hold on.
Clip.
That is the wrong video, because I was preparing for this video. I had both videos. Where did I put it? Did I just there it is. Windows and the desktop stuff. Okay, let's get back to it.
By taking out what we don't need, so we can make this game our own.
So take out what we don't need. Got it.
Now that we're left with a blank start scene, let's start by dragging in our platform graphic. Buildbox will present us with the drag and drop wheel, and we want our platform to be an object. So the first thing is, let's get our platform aligned to the left side of our screen using the soft white device guide. 135 on the x-axis and 420 on the y-axis will work perfectly unless you made your platforms differently than I did in part 2. We need to get our collision shape set up correctly for our platform. So let's drag in our guide we made in part 2 and drop it on the object option.
Alright, Heath, just a moment. What the fuck is up with this shit in the corner? What is that? Is that supposed to be there? Is that in this image? Like, here's my image. And then here it is. Oh, yeah, it looks... Okay. What is that? Oh, it duplicates the image. Okay, sure. What? It's good to know, I guess. We're looking, Heath is looking at this. And I figured it out. I set the ground, or the where the object would be on, as a background. That is not correct. If you were listening, and I was actually just testing you to make sure you were paying attention, we actually want to set this as an object and not a background. So hopefully you passed my test like I passed my test. And actually, you know, when I was making it, I don't know why in the video he has a smaller size. Maybe so that you can practice copying it. I don't know. But anyways, I made a... Okay, I just got rid of my face because I think maybe that's causing the computer to crash. That's fucked up. Okay, let's get back to lesson here. Okay, so I'm at 136 right now, and it looks like I got something similar, so that's great. Let's hit play, and let's get this going. Hopefully my QuickTime doesn't crash.
135 on the x-axis and 420 on the y-axis will work perfectly unless you made your platforms differently than I did in part 2. We need to get our collision shape set up correctly for our platform. So let's drag in our guide we made in part 2 and drop it on the object option. Making sure the guide is selected, cut it to the clipboard with either Command X or Control X. Now we will select our platform in the Asset panel to the left, and in the Options panel to the right, we are going to edit the default animation. Once the animation editor is open, paste our guide with either Command V or Control V and place it on our platform in the manner in which we set it up in part 2.
Little confused. I'm supposed to copy the guide and then paste the guide? What? I have the guide. And in all fairness, I've actually done this before. Oh, how do you select it? Oh, got it. Gone. Damn it. Got it. Gone. Damn it. The fuck. These wire things are annoying. Okay. I'm going to re-listen to that because I didn't understand where you grab the video or grab the image and then copy it. Like, I thought we just put it onto the screen.
Panel to the right, we are going to edit the default animation. Once the animation editor is open, paste our guide with either or Control X.
Oh.
Now we will select our platform. On the y-axis will work perfectly unless you made your platforms differently than I did in part 2. We need to get our collision shape set up correctly for our platform. So let's drag in our guide we made in part 2 and drop it on the object option.
Guidance on object.
Making sure the guide is selected. Cut it to the clipboard with either Command X or Control X.
Command
now
X.
We will select our platform in the Asset panel to the left, And in the options panel to the right, we are going to edit the default
Got it.
animation. Once the animation editor is open, paste our guide with either Command V or Control V and place it on our platform in the manner in which we set it up in Part 2. This now will give us a nice, easy way to get our collision.
Slow down!
Control V and place default animation. Once the animation editor
Slow down.
Platform in the asset panel to the left, and in the options panel to the right, we are going to edit the default animation.
Okay.
Once the animation editor is open, paste our guide with either Command V or Control V and place it on our platform in the manner in which we set it up in Part 2. This now will give us a nice, easy way to get our collision.
It's not collecting.
Closing the animation editor. Let's edit the collision shape of the platform by going to the options panel to the
Heath,
right
come on, man.
on edit.
Alright. I think I need to move this back, maybe. Yep. Okay, so now here's the guide and move. Damn it. Here we go. This is tough because it's like little wires, and so I just want to set this kind of like here. Get a closer eye look into that. And so what I'm doing here is making sure that this blue little line is here, and then this here is going to be my guide. You'll see how this comes into play. And let's see, is Heath still? Hold on, I'm just looking at the video. This is cool because I guess I'm in the animator guide for this particular object, which is important. I've never done that before, so that's kind of cool.
Closing the animation editor, let's edit the collision shape of the platform by going. Closing the animation editor, let's edit the collision shape of the platform by Control V and place it on our platform in the manner in which we set it up in Part 2. This now will give us a nice, easy way to get our collision shape right. Closing the animation editor, let's edit the collision shape of the platform by going to the options panel to the right and clicking on Edit Collision Shape. Now we can use our guide to get a nice straight line with our collision shape with very little hassle.
Spacebar for the hand. And then this is where it comes into play.
The bottom doesn't need much attention, as it won't be used for detecting collision. Closing the collision shape editor, let's go back into the default animation of the platform.
Slow down, Heath.
Our handy guide. Now let's select our platform and duplicate it.
Yeah, so I was hitting spacebar because then you get the Mickey Mouse hand. Maybe zoom out a little bit. You know, I have pretty good use with Illustrator and Photoshop, so using the hand thing is a little bit gonna take a little bit getting used to. I'm just looking at the video. We're at 307 right now. Did he do all these? Yeah, so he.
Closing the collision.
I'm just gonna move this up because it looked like he didn't give crap about this. You know what I do know? I know convex is bad. Bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good. Okay. Close. And let's hit the play button. I feel like this is right now 134, 420. Yeah, sure, whatever. I like 420. Let's go.
Collision shape editor. Let's go back into the default animation of the platform and delete our handy guide.
Oh, yep. Boom,
now,
I know how to do that here.
And duplicate it using D and line it up to extend our surface. Holding down Shift while we drag it to keep the object in a straight line. We can make fine adjustments with the arrow keys if that's easier.
Okay, I thought I deleted this. Why are you still here? Can I Control Z? Control Z? Control Z, Control Z, yep, okay. Delete. Let's make sure my collision is still there. Which one's collision debug? Sure, that looks, yeah, because it's there because I did something to it. Okay, doing great.
The object in a straight line. To
All right,
extend
now I'm going
our
to
surface,
305.
select our platform and duplicate it using D, and line it up to extend our surface, holding down Shift while we drag it to keep the object in a straight line. You can make fine adjustments with the arrow keys if that's easier. Let's repeat the process until we have 4 sections of our platform, as this was a quarter section from part 2. Let's lock these down so we don't accidentally move them, and adjust our scene length. If you have been following along...
I'm going to pause it for a second. Back over here. Spacebar? Yes. Grab Shift down. Go in. Is that... It looks... I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. Maybe. Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be like that. Okay. Ooh. Super close. Bam. Very close. Kind of feel like a surgeon. Okay, here we go. Oh, see, I almost missed that one because it's so good. Minus the little bump at the top. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Ooh, and so Heath is looking at the debug mode, so we can look at that. Oh, and this is important too. We want to make sure this bad boy lines up, and like it doesn't, which, oh, look, that doesn't line up either. My guess it's more important to line up at the bottom than at the top. Which one did I move? I mean, shit, dude, it looks kind of off. I don't know if that's a bad thing. This one looks good. This one looks a little off. Like, oh, that's kind of, so wait, 420, 70. So you could even get in here and do this. If, like, what's it down? So 1 is down. So what if I just put like a 5 here? Nope, a 2. Ah, a 22. 21.9. Cool. 21.8. 21.7. Yeah, figuring shit out. Okay. That was cool. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm at 336. I'm gonna just jump it back a couple 10 seconds, maybe 6 seconds.
These down so we don't accidentally move them, and adjust our scene length. If you have been following along and creating your assets with the same dimensions thus far, let's make this start scene 1240 pixels long. As this
Wait, he moved to scene length? Is that?
If you have been following along and creating your assets with the same dimensions thus far, let's make this start scene 1240 pixels, move them, and adjust our scene length. If you have been following along and
oh, he's adjusting the length in now. I thought he already did that.
Let's
okay.
Make this start scene 1240 pixels long, as this will line up well with a duplicate of itself. Finding this number can take a few minutes of trial and error, but this is the number I found that works well to repeat this scene without gaps or overlap. Now we can select the start scene again and hit D to duplicate it. Once we have done that, go to Edit. Now we can select the start scene on, as this will line up well with a duplicate of itself. $12.40.
I feel like my shit's not like like mine doesn't look like his, and I feel like there's a gap over here, and I can't move it because it's. Hold on, maybe no, maybe that's just in my head. Okay, but his Heath's goes all the way to here. Mine does not. Let's just keep watching it and see what happens.
Finding this number can take a few minutes of trial and error, but this is the number I found that works well to repeat this scene without gaps or overlap. Now we can select the start scene again and hit D to duplicate it.
Oh, look, it's right there. See that? Is that just me?
Edit, randomize scenes. This will force.
Is that there? Is that? Oh, there it is. Well, I did do the D correctly, I feel, so I think we're good. So let's focus.
Force scene 1 to repeat forever during this tutorial. Let's bring in our player now. Just drag the graphic into Build.
I want to see how he copies.
Scenes. This will force, but this is the number I found that works well to repeat this scene without gaps or overlap. Now we can select the start scene again and hit D to duplicate it. Once we have done that, go to
D.
Edit, Randomize Scene.
D.
This will force scene 1 to repeat forever during this tutorial. Let's bring in our player.
How did you do that?
Just drag the graphic into Buildbox, Nice Scenes. This will force to duplicate it. Once we have done that, go to Edit.
Randomize scenes. Cool.
Randomize Scenes. This will force scene 1 to repeat forever during this tutorial. Let's bring in our player now. Just drag the graphic into Buildbox on the player option in the drag and drop wheel. Let's adjust its collision shape by selecting it in the Asset panel to the far left. And then in the Options panel to the far right, we will click on Edit Collision Shape. For our game, we only need to be able to detect a collision at the front of our character and at the back. So a shape like this will get the job done. It's okay if you don't understand that collision shape yet. It will make more sense in just a bit. Let's close the collision shape editor and drag our...
Alright, so it's a good pause time. Get this shit all focused. Ba-bam, getting that in there, and convex, concave, perfect. Okay, good to go. Oh, is this thing gonna be down here? Maybe I needed to move my. I think I should have put my guide up more. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Maybe guide, copy, go to the ground, hit edit. Right? No. Collision. Paste. No. Wait, I just want to move it up. Here. Paste. And then what was it like here? Edit. Okay. This is familiar. Oh, but I need this guy to. Oh, but it what? maybe like this. Was I here? This collision shape edit. And it's just completely on the opposite side. Okay. Oh man. Let's see. I'm at 449 right now. Yeah, I need to figure this out. It's all right. It's a good learning opportunities. Yeah, I remember doing this, and then maybe because I didn't save. That could be a reason why, right? Do this, and then go to here, and get out of this. See? That's good. Looks like there's two of them though, but whatever. I wonder if I can click on it. And then let's go to the ground too, and ground. It's not working. Oh, because it's locked. Touche. Ground, maybe the first one, and select it over here. Edit the collision shape, perfect. I actually need this to be up here. This to be up here. This can be whatever. Okay, this is good. It's good. Good job. Maybe bring this out over here. I don't know. Okay. Great. Great. Cool. And I think that's good. Delete. Yes, that is applied to all of the above. So you're gonna take a closer look at that. It looks great. I'm gonna hope if I delete it here, it deletes it everywhere. No. Hope if I delete it here, it deletes it everywhere. Well, shit, it's not even there. Delete. Yeah. Ah. Sweet, nobody has to know anything. Just go ahead and edit that out later. Where were we? 4:49, just 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay. Back a little bit and play.
This will get the job done. It's okay if you don't understand that collision shape yet.
4:42.
It'll make more sense in just a bit. Let's close the collision shape editor and drag our player to our desired starting point and adjust our game frame. Remember, yellow lines block the character, red ones kill the character, and gray ones follow the character. If you have never made your game frame that small, this is how you would get the camera to keep your player centered. If we hit play right now without setting up our character to be an ISO jumper, you will see the effect a game frame that small has on the game view. As long as the game frame is gray, the camera follows the character.
Okay, I don't see the. Am I playing the right place? Yeah, nope, no, that's not good. I don't see. I feel like this button is supposed to show me the game frame. This button. Where did it go? Yeah, it just has it there. It's just, I had it. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's here. Actually, it is here. And this Control X starts Control Y. Let's make sure this is good. Looks like. Okay, so think I want it close, but like not too close. Like here, look at that. Don't get any closer than that. Well, maybe that. Yeah, that's definitely closer. That's. Alright, I'll do that. Okay, and what are they doing? So, what is this called again? Oh, this is cool. Look at that. See? Love that. Figured that out the other day. Um, I forget what this is called, so we are almost past the 5-minute mark, so that's great.
Fired starting.
450.
And adjust our game frame. Remember, yellow lines block the character, red ones kill the character, and gray ones follow the character. If you have never made your game frame that small, this is how you would get the camera to keep your player centered. If we hit play right now without setting up our character to be an ISO jumper, you will see the effect a game frame that small has on the game view. As long as the game frame is gray, the camera follows the character. Keep this in mind for future reference. Let's hide our game frame now so we don't accidentally move it or change the gray bars to red.
Okay, that I can do, but if you saw what I saw, then we definitely this space over here. Yeah, my ground is not where. Can I select all these at the same? Oh, that would be cool. I cannot though. Alright, I'm gonna select this one and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jesus. That cannot be the only way to do that. Oh, wasn't these magnets snap thing? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try a magnet snap. I'm just gonna press it and snap. I think that did it. And I'm holding shift down because you do that in other software. Shift, snap. Alright, this one looks like it can move over one, left, up, one, up, one. Alright. Zoom in, go, go, go. Oh, I'm hitting shift. Oh, this is the thing where I, check this out. Boom. I've been here before on that shit. And I think that's good enough. Let's go to this one. Left, up, left. I don't want to click on nothing. There we go. Yeah, okay, so if anything, it's overlapping a little bit. Snap movement magnet off. Show game frame off, and let's continue. 5:34.
45 minutes trying to figure out why the game goes right to the game over menu.
Tell me about it.
Now let's set up settings on our character. Selecting the character in the Assets panel to the far left will reveal its settings in the Options panel to the far right. Let's scroll down and change its max speed to 75 on both the X and Y axes. Let's get rid of that bounce force that was showing off our tiny game frame a moment ago. And let's put a check mark in fixed rotation, just in case we nick a collision shape on our platform, it doesn't go spinning out of control. In order to make sure we have minimum impact on our character in the event we do hit a collision shape on the platform, let's set up an advanced move that will apply itself at the start of this level.
Yeah.
Set it up so the character is responsible for its own angle of movement and not rely on the collision shape of the platforms to keep it on a path. If done right, these platforms can then just be decorations, and the character will never deviate from course. I use hitting a collision shape on a platform as a standard, but the real reason we want to achieve this is because when we add another component later, that is actually going to move our collision shape for us to simulate jumping over something at this perspective. We have the proper control of our character's path, because if we don't, our character can deviate from the path enough to end up below the platforms at the end of the jump. So we want to take a few moments and figure out the right velocity settings at this point. So at the bottom of the character settings in the lower right, let's click on Add Component and Advanced Move.
Shazam!
Let's drag our player graphic into the animation slot and edit the collision shape. And give it a speed of 75 in the x-axis.
Oh wait, I gotta edit this again.
Play around with the y-axis number. But I generally start.
I gotta do this again? Is that right? Hold on, let me see. Oh, you just did it like super fast, maybe? He doesn't.
Plot and edit the collision shape.
Yeah, he just did it like lickety flat. Lickety fast. Not me. Slow and steady wins something. I've always been a perfectionist when it comes to like angles, so this is kind of soothing. Like, look at that. Did you notice it was off? I did. No. No. What the? I don't like it. I'm not happy. Okay, whatever. Oh, I just realized as soon as I'm finished with this, I'm gonna eat some food, so that's motivation. Close and play.
And give it a speed of 75 in the x-axis. And have a play around with the y-axis number. But I generally start at -10. Let's see how that affects our character.
So this button goes straight to it.
On the
so
y-axis isn't correct. You will see our character deviate from its path. Let's adjust it until it follows the collision shape of the platform without increasing the space between the collision shape of the platform and the collision shape of the character. Now let's add our ability to jump. For this, we want to use a ghost jump component. So in the lower right, let's click on Add Component, Ghost Jump.
Oh, I was reading about this earlier.
Let's set our jump velocity y value to about 400 and jump gravity y value to about twice that. Let's set our jump speed to 4 and our duration to 0.75. And we'll increase that to 1 if it's too hard to jump over our enemy. You can have a play with all these settings to get your player to behave as you see fit, but this should give you a good starting point. Now, down where it says Event, let's pick the button that was...
Sorry. I gotta take a look at this. I don't understand. I thought I fixed the whole thing with the blank space. I guess I didn't. It bothers me. Snap movement. Maybe if I just like make it go out of the screen. Need to do the happy. I am kind of glad that I learned that at least. Snap. Did that help? If it's there, I'm just gonna. No, Yep, I don't care. What? It's different sizes too. You see that? So right there, hit like right there. Right there. I'm unable to move any, zoom in any further. Alright, well, don't want to spend all day on that. My guess, I don't know. I don't know, but let's just keep going. Button, synchronized animation button goes to jump. Okay, so we're at the character level. Character. Scroll down, I got the ghost jump event. Synchronize. Okay, let's just do this. Boom. 8:37.
It's too hard to jump over our enemy. You can have a play with all these settings to get your player to behave as you see fit, but this should give you a good starting point. Now, down where it says Event, let's pick the button that was put on our game UI when we picked this preset and drag our character graphic into the animation slot. Now let's edit the collision shape. If you've never used Ghost Jump before, the main purpose of this component is to allow the character to have a certain animation, and in our case, it's just the same graphic as our default animation. But it allows a character to have a certain animation while changing the collision shape, and more specifically, we want to move our collision shape out of the way of the enemy during a jump. This is how we quote fake perspective in our jump. Let's select a circle collision shape for this character and make it real small and move it clear out of the way of our enemy. Now let's have a look at what that does for us. As you can see, when we jump, our collision shape changes to a circle and is clear from anything on our path. So let's...
Okay, getting there here. Double click it. How do I, oh, edit collision shape. I knew that. I was just testing to see if you're paying attention, because you should be paying attention. Okay, let's go ahead and do what he's doing, and let's do what Heath is doing, and they're like, oh, jump. Oh, but it's not, is it? Oh, because in his collision shape, which he has in player character, in his collision, this is the ghost jump, and in the ghost jump you edit the collision, and Heath moved it up here just to be extra safe. So cool, we did the same thing.
So let's set something on our path to jump over.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Scene 1 and bring our enemy in. Just drag the graphic in and drop it on the object option in the drag and drop wheel. We can adjust its collision shape to mimic our own, but with a small change, since we want the front of our shape to be dangerous to the player. Let's place it close to the collision shape of our platform, making sure it is below the character in the scene's asset list, so it is rendered behind our character on the z-axis. Another reason we want the enemy to cause a player fail right when it touches the player. Let's also make sure it is set to enemy. Now when we play our game, we will
slow down. All right, here. Okay, so this minus button gets rid of one. Let's zoom in. I've never been this far before, so I'm excited because I think we're very close. Spacebar, zoom. This is the back, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we want this to be an enemy. It says enemy here, but I think we have to call it an enemy somehow. I missed that part, so I'm going to back up a little bit. It's called an enemy. Yeah, I named it enemy.
Player fail right when it touches the player. Let's also make sure it is set to enemy. Now when we play our game,
wait. Okay, so one preset. Where did you get that from? One, I want to put it here, right? Ah, right here. How did I get there? Ground, player, okay, whatever. And it's gone. Do I click it? Yes. So I click it, preset enemy, and
now when we play our game, we will have an enemy to avoid. A few final touches to make concerning a player fail, like game over delay, a tiny bit of camera shake, and a physics-based defeated animation.
I think this is what he was talking
simple
about.
Isometric game is complete. I hope this helps you in your endeavors to
Whoa, what? You got like a cool game over mini things. How did you do that? Alright, camera shake. This is in the gameplay? Where are you? Right.
We play our game, we will have an enemy to avoid. A few final touches to make concerning a player fail.
Okay, I feel like maybe he's in the game character. Yes, and then there's like a game over one here. Game over delay. 2.
Fail, like game over delay, a tiny bit of camera shake, and a physics.
0.3. I want to flash. But I have no idea what number. Oh, and let's throw in a fall attribute too. No, wait, I don't. Wait, what?
Physics-based defeated animation.
Oh, how'd you do that? You went into the player. Oh, you moved the player into as an object, and then you went into the animator editor. All right, player. Object. Here. Right? And then defeated animator. Oh, wait, you know what? Maybe delete. And then player defeated animation. Yeah, does that look right? And then you go into here. I'm just going to hit Control V because I do that? I did do that. This looks like a thing, and I think maybe I would just make it really small. And what did you do? What did you do, Heath?
Animation.
Whoa! Now you're just showing off. Okay, so this is where you do the copy with the get that motherfucking copy on. And maybe like rotate some of these to add a little bit of like non-copy. Nope, not that. Oh, maybe I could put them on top. Yeah, there we go. That looks cool. Gives it some depth. Yeah, that's actually real cool. I don't know if I feel like this is like the XY coordinate line, so we don't want it to be too far from that. I wonder if can I move this back? Ah, center back, yeah. Send to back. Cool. Okay, let's watch the video.
A few final touches to make concerning a player fail, like game over delay, a tiny bit of camera shake, and a physics-based defeated animation, and our simple isometric game is complete. I hope this helps you in your endeavors to make isometric games with Buildbox.
Oh, I didn't even notice that there's a little.
Let us know how you're getting on for metric games with Buildbox. With camera shake, you find build like game over delay, a tiny bit of camera shake, and a physics-based defeated animation.
I think so. There's a time here. There's like 5 seconds, right? And I saw one video and it was like talking about this stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing. Does it save it? Yes. Let's see if it works. No. See, in the screen it says animation player. Okay, so we got the player, default animation, and the defeated animation. So I think it's there, but from here to ten frames. Frame 1. I just held it down. Oh, and I think I can like, hold it down and then move it to 10 frames. And then I think if you literally just like, maybe it's gonna do this. I don't know. I think maybe it's gonna like go from 1 to 10 frames. Isn't it usually like 30 frames a second or something? Yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to get this to do something. Okay, and loop. And play. Nope. Okay, so 1. How are we doing on time? Don't tell me this is not recording, because that would suck. Oh, actually, I think it's still recording, but I can't figure out the time. Anyways, I think we're good. I don't know. Enter. Close. Defeated animation. Looking at the default jump animation. Alright, well, it sounds like Heath did some advanced moves there, and I could probably try to figure it out. And if I do figure it out, I will let everyone know. Otherwise, this is pretty good. Let's check it out. Oh. So I think I definitely see what he was saying with the whole thing, like that. Yeah. That was supposed to do something to stop that from happening, which, was it the fixed rotation? Player. I want to say it was this. Alright, well, and no little ones. Alright, well, good video making. Thanks for sticking around for the whole thing. Or